Olympia, hello, hi.
Hi.
Welcome to London. Great to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm having the best time here. I've been here for over 2 weeks now, and this is coming up to my last week, and it's really sad to say goodbye. Really good, really good. I got here on the 17th of September, and I was here for a week. I was doing some other work, which was fun, a bit different. And then I went to Greece for a holiday with my family, and we went to Mykonos and Athens, where we've got a beautiful little apartment there.
Great.
And back to London for publicity, which is so much fun.
Awesome, I'm very glad to have you here, man.
Thank you.
Just before we begin, I would like to congratulate you for last night, because for the best soap.
So, yeah, that was really, really great to win. I mean, we put in a lot of hard work into that show, and not just obviously the cast, but everyone behind the scenes, the crew and the post people, the editors, the production. We put a lot of hard work into it, and it's nice to see us recognised, especially over here. I mean, I don't know if we'd still be around if it wasn't for the UK.
Oh, bless. You celebrated with Alan and everyone. How did they feel as well?
Great. I mean, it's amazing for us. Like I said, we work really, really hard, and it's nice to get an award for it. It was nice to all be together, actually.
Yeah.
Ari's over here, living here for a bit, which is fun. So it was nice that she was able to come along, and Alan's a legend.
Awesome. Did you guys have a little party as well afterwards?
I actually went home quite early. I had interviews all day, and I actually was a good girl for once.
Great. Let's start with the current storyline.
Yeah.
You know, the hot air balloon story that's
Sure.
happening soon. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I can tell you a couple of things. So what's happening is it's a present for Lauren's Hens Night, and we organised to go up in a hot air balloon, but someone's what is it called? Sabotage? Not sabotage. Yep, sabotage.
Yeah.
Sabotage. All the gas. So they've leaked all the gas. So we're up there in the sky with no gas. And then obviously we realised that we can't stay up in the air anymore, and we assume brace position. And Paige does something a bit stupid. She freaks out and panics and jumps out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's insane.
And the rest you'll have to watch. I'm not giving away too much.
Okay. How did you feel like filming this air balloons, like the hot air balloon disaster scene? I heard that it's like behind the scenes. You've got like a crane with the basket, and then you've got C.G.I. and stuff.
It was really cool because I've never seen it. I didn't know how they were going to film it. When we got the scripts saying we're going to have a balloon accident, I'm like, how are you going to film this?
Yeah.
And then they briefed us and said, are you guys afraid of heights? I'm like, thank God I'm not, because we were hoisted up 20 metres in the air by this crane, and it was surprisingly quite beautiful up there. There was no sound, there was no wind, and we were just up there, just me, Jodie, Mav and Kate.
Yeah.
I'm using their, I always mix up their names. And we're up there with, we're all really close, and it was nice. We were up there all day in this box, and I think you guys are really, really going to like these episodes, because, we haven't done something like this since the Lassiter's explosion. So there's a lot of drama that goes on, and yeah, you'll be on the edge of your seats, that's for sure. Yeah, there was quite a bit that had to be CGI for this, because we didn't really, I wouldn't know how you would film the actual crash.
And with an explosion as well, come on, like health and safety.
And there was, exactly, right? There was, we had filmed me jumping out of the basket, right? But they filmed me jumping over, but they couldn't see me coming down, and they kind of wanted the visual of me falling from the basket, and they did that in post-production. So I jumped from a big tall table behind a green screen, and then they added me like falling out of the sky.
Well, we hope you're alive. I really do hope.
Well, I hope so too.
But I was reading, I was just reading about Neighbours and like interviews that we've had in the past and stuff. And one came up where you sort of spoke about talking to the producers and stuff and saying, "I hope you please don't kill off,
No one
Paige."
wants to die.
Yeah.
And there's no opportunity for you to come back really. And I never want to close the door on Neighbours, even if I do decide to leave one day, because I love the show. I love everything that it is, and it'd be really sad to say goodbye forever.
Yeah.
So I begged.
Would you ever feel
not that they gave me it. They go, "Oh, we're not going to kill you off," but who knows?
Would you ever like to take it maybe like instead like just take like a break like for a few weeks like now or a month or something?
For sure. And that's what I hope will happen. Like, can I take a year off and come back,
awesome.
or can I take 6 months off just to have a bit of a break? And they're so open to that, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The Lassity explosion was one of the most full-on scenes I've ever done, mainly because everything looked so real. The art department did a fantastic job. There was an explosion that happened where we had to bring in other people that actually, I don't know what, there was a big bang and debris came out, so that did actually happen. They might have put extra things in C.G.I, but it was really real. And also the makeup team. So you guys saw a much more graphic version in the UK of Josh's injuries and things like that. I mean, the makeup team did such a good job there. So what I remember from that was just a lot of hard work and dedication from a team that wanted this to be some of the best stuff that Neighbours has done for a long time. And not only that, but the acting, Jesus, was unbelievable. Harley did a great job. Ari did an even amazing job. And yeah, everything just sort of flowed and it was perfect. We couldn't have done it better, in my eyes.
A few months ago, Jack was revealed as a priest. How did you take that when you read the script?
When I read the script, I thought, oh my God, how is this going to work? I thought it was a bit silly, but it really works. Like, do you watch the show?
Yeah.
I think it works. I think it's great because it's like, you love each other, but there's nothing you can do about it. And it's fun for the audience to see two people that have this amazing chemistry, and there's always these looks and this sexual sort of tension between them, and everyone's just like, oh my God, just get together already, and hopefully they do. How
do you feel like they would be brought back together and stuff?
Who, Jack and
Paige?
Oh, I think they will one day.
Yeah.
Maybe even after the balloon. Who knows?
That probably brings them closer. We just saw Paige enter the ring in the boxing match.
No one's asked me about the boxing. I think that was some of my best work. Not one interviewer has asked me about that boxing, and I put in so much hard effort into that.
You know what? I've got loads.
Great, talk to me.
Alright, awesome. So we saw Paige enter the ring in the boxing match with the menacing Angela. What was the training? What was the training like for you? Look, Chris, it looks like an F.
Which one was that?
It's training. Look at that.
Oh, I can tell you because
training.
It does look like training.
Can I ask?
What was it like to frain?
Yeah, what was it?
Frain. I'm gonna need a dictionary.
Yes, maybe a thesaurus. But I don't know. Sorry, let me say that bit one more. What was the training like for you?
Okay, the training was. I'm lucky because I do a bit of boxing myself, and so when this storyline came up, I thought it was a bit coincidental because I was actually heavily boxing, and I went to the scriptwriters because I thought, far out, how the hell do you know this? How do you know that I can do this? And they go, it's all over your Instagram. I'm like, oh, okay. So they actually stalk our social medias to see what we're capable of and give them story ideas. So this was really fun for me because I was already training, but obviously it wasn't a real boxing match. We had to choreograph everything that happened. And that was actually really, really hard. And we did like 3 training sessions a week of 2-hour training sessions, which was just nuts. And I was exhausted by the end of it. So we put in a lot of hard work into those scenes. And we went out onto a location where there really was a boxing ring, and those extras, there was 100 extras, which we never ever have. So I was nervous. It felt like I was in front of, you know, a stage of people. And Angelina Jackson, who her name's Sarah, is a world champion kickboxer and boxer, like a world champion. She's #1 in the world for kickboxing.
Okay, we're both stunned by that. That is amazing.
Yeah,
so both of you are into so both of you are boxers.
No, she's a boxer. I just do it for exercise.
Okay.
Right? But she is incredible and frightening. Like, when, you know, obviously she was quite frightening in those episodes.
Yeah.
But she was so, because I was nervous to even box with her because I felt embarrassed because she was so great. And she was so beautiful to me and just helped me. And, you know, even when the boxing trainer was getting frustrated with my inability to do, you know, the stuff, she would take me aside and we would do it together, and she would take time out of her day, and, you know, she was really great to work with. And she hadn't done much acting before, so I was helping her in the other way. I like to do it for exercise because you burn so many calories from boxing, and it just is so great for your core strength. And even then, like, it takes it out of you, because when you do a solid hour of training, your back muscles, well, it's the core, your core, really, really hurt, and then your stomach as well, and then your shoulders. When you go back the next day, unless you're properly conditioned, it's really hard to punch the same way that you would normally. That's why you have to have a couple of days break. But I'm sure if I was a professional boxer, it'd be a bit different.
Awesome. Like, did you learn any tips from her?
Yeah, mainly foot movements, like footwork, which I'm not very good at. I'm just a bit of a puncher, but it takes more than that. It takes a lot of footwork and dancing around on your feet, and she's helped me with that. And I'm a bit uncoordinated in that way and a bit stiff. So she helped me with all my footwork.
Awesome.
I actually really liked it because it just showed a really strong woman who had a lot of courage and determination, and she worked hard to get to the level where she could get in the ring. Not that it, in the soap world, looked like it was a really long time, but she worked really hard and she set her mind to something that she really wanted to do. And that's what I love about Paige, that when she knows that she wants to do something, she will do it. Haven't been asked that one before. Probably after all of this, all of the no men really settling down with Paige, maybe Paige would find a woman and become a lesbian.
Wow.
Right?
And how do you think that would pan out? Like,
I think that'd be great.
Excellent.
I don't think there's enough lesbian couples on TV, and I would happily play one.
Excellent. How would your partner look like? Have you thought?
Well,
about
actually,
that?
I met Faye Brooks last night. I don't know what she's on. She's on Coronation Street, I think.
Yeah.
And we decided that we would be lesbian partners if we ever got on the same soap.
Brilliant. Well, there's an opening for Faye now.
Love it.
With so many ups and downs on the street, what is the vibe like on set when you have to deal with the threat of snakes, boxing matches, and explosions? We've touched on a few of them, but
yeah, but that makes our job fun.
Yeah.
Like, if it was just boring conversations with two people all day, every day, it's like, that's boring. We need drama, we need excitement, we need poisonous snakes.
There comes to a point where, like, you know, you sort of bring in like a stunt double and stuff, but
that's rare.
But with some actors, they mostly love to do most of their stunts themselves. Is that a case with you? Is there, like...
The only time that I really had a stunt double was with the explosion. Do you remember when me and Jack were standing out the front of and I looked into the where we could hear that the explosion was happening, but then there was a big jump across.
Yeah.
I had a stunt double do that jump.
Okay, cool.
But other than that, we do most of our stuff Apart from, you know, when you get hit by a car or something. It's amazing what those stunt guys can do.
Do you ever like go up to them afterwards and talk and say, how are you feeling? Like,
well, I mean, that's what they do every day, but it's dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
It's really funny. The head of stunts at work has one leg, and I'm just like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. I'm like, how did you lose your leg? But it wasn't even in a stunt accident. It was a freak accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, man.
I know. It's really funny. The stunt guy has one leg.
It's like a dentist with bad teeth.
Right? Exactly.
Doesn't just fill you with confidence.
She was great, really. She was there whenever I needed to ask her about anything. Was really supportive, and it was really nice because when I was going through all my interview processes, audition processes, I was really nervous, and you know, I probably didn't think that I was good enough. And she was like, no, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this, and she built me up. And I think it was because she gave me the confidence that I ended up getting the role, which thank God I did, because I just don't know what I would be doing.
Having Holly as a sister who played Felicity in the past, do you ever feel like you'd love her to return and maybe do a scene with her?
That'd be so cool. And because I guess Steph's on the show, it'd be nice if her sister came back.
Yeah. But
whether she will, I don't know. I hope so.
Have you ever spoken to her about?
Yeah, I mean, we were going to do something over the 30th year, but she was having a baby and it was all a bit too hard. So I know that it could happen one day, because she almost did it one day. Yeah. But, you know, whether it does is a different story.
Awesome, man.
I love Gary Canning. I never work with Cannings, but it'd be cool to do stuff with them. And I think he's a really brilliant actor. And he's funny, and it'd be fun to do something with them. There's a few characters that I don't work with. I really only work with, you know, Jack and my mum and Piper, really. Yeah. I don't really do many scenes with Jackie Woodburn either. And she's hilarious to work with. But we just don't have the same storylines. Yeah, actually, I filmed a pilot for a show, a British drama, a couple of weeks ago called Ghetto Heaven. Oh, cool. And that's very different to Neighbours. It's like gangster kids in school, drugs, alcohol, you know, stuff that we just obviously can't do on a G-rating show. And it's cool to do something much darker and challenge yourself. And I was really, really nervous to do it because I haven't done anything else but Neighbours, remember? So I probably didn't have the confidence to... I didn't have the confidence to do it. I said no the first time. And then they said, okay, well, we can do it over the time that I was in London. So I really had no excuse to not do it. And Kate Kendall really helped me out with the scenes, and it ended up being really great, and it just gave me a confidence that I can do other things.
Is this now maybe like a start for Olympia to sort of go around the world? Maybe you like to try out some new shows?
I'm pretty content where I am right now. I like that Neighbours gives you the flexibility to do other things. It's really nice because I've heard that there are other soaps that don't allow people to do other things. Okay. So I'm happy where I am, and I get quite a bit of time off as well, so we get 10 weeks off a year, and they give me enough time to try other things. And if something really big came up, I'm sure that they would be open to giving me a couple of weeks off to, you know, film something else. And that keeps the relationship going. It means that I want to stay with you guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? There is a really big one.
Any spoilers?
I can't say obviously too much, but it's one that I'm really excited about.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we'll probably see it starting before the end of the year, for sure.
Okay, so it's ready for the new year?
Yeah, it's ready for the new, for sure.
Okay, yeah. Excellent.